Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Avaritia, and today we are going to be starting a new series here on the channel where we are going to be playing through one of my favorite games of 2020, Hades. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, this is a procedurally generated roguelike produced by the same guys who do games like Bastion, Transistor, and a few other things. Supergiant Games.
Are told of Hades.
I'm going to shut up
whose
here.
very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Thank you, Chocolate Voice Man. So this is Hades. Essentially, we're gonna learn more about the story as we go along here. Very basically, my character's name here is Zagreus, the son of the titular Lord of Hell. And our goal is to escape from the Grecian underworld. Now, this game was, as I mentioned, produced by Supergiant Games, same guys that did Bastion, Transistor, a few other things. And their games are, how do I say this, characterized by a few things. One, fantastic gameplay, frenetic, bright, as you can see, but also fantastic storytelling and voice work. So for this playthrough, I'm planning on kind of keeping my mouth shut for most of the actual gameplay, or for most of the actual story, and kind of letting you guys enjoy that. However,
it's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
So, Hades, yes. I'm going to be keeping my mouth shut for most of the dialogue and things like that because I personally find it to be a sin for me to talk over such things because, oh my god, the voice work in this game is incredible, and I want you guys to experience it. So, let's go ahead and go here. So, as you can see, I have met the goddess Athena, and I'm given a series of options here. I'm going to be taking Divine Strike, because I love Divine Strike, it's fantastic. I've got about 36 hours in this game. I am damn close to beating it, but I figured I would give you guys a fresh playthrough of the game. So, procedural roguelike, what is it? If you somehow don't know, just like it says, the game is procedurally generated, so no two playthroughs are going to be exactly the same. Pickups are going to be random, our boons are going to be random, what drops where is going to be random. We have a series of very specific rooms, as you see here. I've seen this exact room probably about 400 times at this point. And very basically, it's just a game of randomness and lovelessness. Anyway, so, what is going on in Hades? What is the general story here? So very basically, as I noted, this character's name is Zagreus, the son of the Lord of the Underworld. And our goal is to escape the pits of Tartarus and find... Well, I don't know if I want to spoil that now, do I? Find someone up there on the surface. So, we're going to be tearing through this.
More.
These are the Fat Boys. I think they have an actual name. I don't know what it is, though, because I have yet to sit down and look through the bestiary. I promise we will be doing that eventually, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and try to get through the first level here. Hopefully I don't beat the first boss. No promises, though, because I do, as I mentioned, have some time in this game. Oh, God. No, stop the bullshit. But, in my personal game, I have a lot of upgrades and stuff unlocked, which I don't have
here. Need to press on.
I should note, I am not good at this game.
The shield of light.
I'm better than I should be for a first playthrough, but I am not, as the kids say,
myself,
good.
But I can fight.
So, Oh god. Oh fuck. So today's episode is going to be extra long because it is the first episode of the series, and I really want you guys to kind of get a feel for the game and really kind of enjoy everything it has to offer here. Largely, though, I'm thinking the plan is runs and episodes will go until I die for the first time. That is, the run is over. I'm not planning on doing multiple runs per video because I'd like to keep these relatively short, 20-30 minutes at most. And it does not look like I'm going to make this the last boss, or the first boss, which is a bummer, but not a huge deal. As I said, I kind of don't want to make it to him here in the first video, because I want to earn that first boss fight. And oh boy, is it a great boss fight. The characters and combat in this game is fucking lovely. I adore it.
Centaur heart.
So that back there, what I just picked up is a Centaur heart. That's going to boost our HP by 25 points. If you look down in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see how much HP I have left. Currently sitting at 37 out of 100. This is not a good run for me. I will be completely upfront with you. But hey, we're here to have fun, and we're here to produce some content. Am I right? So, what does it matter if I die a horrible death? It's all good in the hood, because, as I said this episode, we're going to get a couple runs in, is my intention.
Coin from the dead.
We got some gold there. That is used for our good friend Sharon. He is going to be selling us goods. And the first mini-boss. Okay. I'm honestly surprised we made it this far. Don't know if we're going to beat him, but oh, that's fine. You'll notice as I'm dashing through some of these things, I'm actually deflecting these guys' bombs. That's because I picked up a boon from Athena earlier, which allows my dash to deflect projectiles, which is huge. Furthermore, it also, the deflect passive, also means that if I dash through someone while they're attacking me with a melee attack, I will not take damage, which is, so lovely.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Here we have Artemis.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
Okay, so this is going to boost the power of our special, that's going to boost the power of our cast, and this is going to give us critical chance. I'm going to pick up the critical chance because I like critical chance, I like dealing more damage.
The power of the hunt sounds like good company to keep.
Special is okay. I actually don't use it as much as I probably should, but, whatever. Son of... As you can see now, we're using that special a little bit more than before, just because I remembered that I had it, and it's super useful, and it's going to help keep me from taking as much damage.
Chthonic key.
Okay, Chthonic keys, those are used to unlock things later. We'll get into what those are, what it is that those unlock here in a little bit once we've gotten through this first run here. We'll see where those are used, what those are used for, what kind of upgrades we have at our disposal. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. All of my deflection abilities also deflect projectiles of traps, which is just fantastic. Traps in this game can deal a stupid amount of damage to both yourself and your enemies, though, thankfully. Like, for instance, one of these arrows, if I'm not mistaken, does like 600 damage. Oh, no, 100 damage, my mistake. It's the, in the Elysium, they do like 600 damage to enemies. They're fantastic. You can utilize those and use them against your foes. Alright, this is my boy Charon. He's great. I love Charon. We're going to grab a little bit of HP. we're going to grab another Centaur Heart. And by that, of course, I really mean we're going to grab the Artemis upgrade because your boy has fat fingers.
And since neither do you, I'm letting you have this.
Not what I meant to do, but that's okay, because I believe in us. And if you never stop running, they can't get you. We are going to grab Hunter's Mark.
The dead. Why, good to see you, Charon Knight. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and sure is awfully convenient to be running into you like this. I had all this coin I wanted to get rid of.
As I noted,
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
The voice work in this game is
Take care of those for you, mate.
phenomenal, and I hate talking over it because, well, it's a little unfortunate because throughout the entire game, you know, Zagreus is narrating what's going on, and you also have the narrator occasionally spitting in.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way.
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
Okay, so this is the first boss. I don't think I'm going to win. I kind of hope I don't win. But I'm still going to try. So this is Meg, one of my favorite characters in this entire game. She's fantastic. Again, that voice work. Ugh. Mwah.
That's just not enough.
Oh, yeah, no, she's giving it to me today, folks. Okay, yep. Alright, quiet time, folks. Okay, yeah.
Idiot.
I mean, I did better than my personal first run through this game, which is a good feeling.
Damn it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the House of Hades. We have a plethora of characters here that we're going to be talking to. This here is my main man, Hypno. So let's see what he has to say for us.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
So that is Hypno, the god of sleep, and the, how do I explain this? Maitre d' of the underworld. He's a fantastic character. I love him.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the Underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
This game has a great sense of humor and just a great sense of levity. I cannot stress how much I adore this game.
Good to see you, lad, despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
So that was my good friend Achilles, hero of the Trojan War, as many of you I'm sure are familiar. And who's this boy? Who's this boy?
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the Underworld Prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
So this is Cerberus. He is the best boy. I'm going to be making it a rule in this playthrough that every time before we go out, we have to do this first.
There's a good boy.
Do not let him manipulate you, Cerberus.
Such a good dog.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. Now how is your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
I mean, granted, if all of my fights go as well as the one against Meg did, yeah, I don't think we are ever going to reach the surface.
How goes it, Shades?
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yes, we are.
So that is
Then go.
Nyx, Mother of the Fates, and the Knight Incarnate.
Hey, room. I'm
Fantastic character. So this here is the room of the titular prince.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
Alright, we're going to be using my good friend the mirror here. So as I mentioned before,
Darkness guide me.
it is possible between runs to increase certain stats. For instance, we can increase our HP, we can increase the number of times we can die in a run. We have Shadow's Presence here, which deals bonus attack and speed damage when striking foes from behind. We are going to be picking that up, as well as greater reflex. We're going to start with Shadow Presence, and then we're going to pick up Death Defiance. I'm doing that because Death Defiance allows me to die one extra time on a run, as in my HP bar can run out one extra time. So the run isn't immediately over when I die. That's going to mean we're going to have some longer videos, and I can make it a lot farther. With Death Defiance, I probably could have beaten Megara.
Okay.
Cool. And we're also... Oh, I forgot the chthonic keys were also used for this. We are going to pick up the bow.
There we go.
I would like
The
to
Heart
do
Seeker.
a bow run.
Let's deal some damage. What the?
Didn't hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to do introductions. Forgive me.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
So, quick thing about the weapons in this game. Every single weapon has a special. As you can see, just like that, that is the special for this bow. I don't remember what the name of the bow is off the top of my head. I'm so sorry. But
Whoops.
the thing about the bow is, so unlike the sword where you can just kind of mash, see, I'm just pressing, well, for me it's X, as quickly as I can, and I'm doing damage. This is the special for the sword. Knocks foes back in a big, beautiful AoE attack. I do love it. But, as I said, we're going to be rocking the bow for this one, baby. So, one thing about the bow, I never use this. The special is, in my opinion, hot garbage. I'm sure there are people out there who are better at this game than I am, who have found that to be incredibly useful. But, as I noted before, I'm not good at this game.
Thunder.
So, let's go ahead and meet our next god. I wonder who this could be.
Is this really him? Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Okay, so we just went ahead and met my good friend Zeus. So I actually really don't like Zeus's stuff very much. I think it's okay, but it's not fantastic. We're gonna grab Electric Shock because it allows us to do this.
Never thought I'd see
Shoot
the
out a
day.
little Thunderbolt
Night.
with our cast. Now, I did not talk about cast or use casts at all in our last fight.
Composed of such innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers, the underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Good thing I'm not
So,
dead.
the cast shoots out this little gem here that does damage, and later, it will allow you to deal increased damage to your foes, provided they have first been hit with your cast. The cast is okay. I don't use it probably as much as I should unless I get the Poseidon version of that boon, which, spoilers, Poseidon is also in this game. Crazy,
Wretches.
I know. I can't imagine the god of the sea being in this game about gods. I think the only god that doesn't make an appearance is Hera. And I think Hestia. Anyway, so, yeah. So every god has their own version of the cast. Okay, here we have a choice. I'm going to go with a cup.
Back to dust.
So, back to talking about the bow. If you release the bow, right when you see that flash, you will deal extra damage. And it's great. I love it. Here, I used the special. Are you happy, Mom? Cool.
That was revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I'll accept this message.
Hey there, Zag man. How's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
I love Dionysus. He's great. His abilities are very, very good. We are going to grab Premium Vintage. Oh, or do I want After Party? Unfortunately, I can't see my HP. I think my HP is fine. So, allow me to break down what I'm thinking about here. So, Premium Vintage, that's going to allow us to gain HP every time we pick up a Nectar. We're going to want to pick up Nectar, because that's how we advance some story stuff. However, After Party is going to give us 44% life threshold. So, our HP is always, at minimum, at 40% of its max every time we finish a room. Which is really good. So, I think we're going to go ahead and grab After Party this time. We're going to have to wait a bit on the Nectar stuff.
Leave it to the god of mine to liven things up around here.
Alright, I'm going to grab some Darkness. Oh my god, I forgot to talk about Darkness. So, Darkness. As you may recall earlier when I was standing in front of that mirror, there was a cost to getting these upgrades, right? That cost comes in the form of Darkness. That's what these little purple gems are. And so, collecting Darkness early on especially is really important, because we're going to want to pick stuff up so we can increase things like our backstab damage. See? 58. Later on, that gets stupidly high. I can get up to like 150, I think. That's what it is on my my personal playthrough, at least. We're going to go for the Pomegranate. And we'll talk here in just a second about what the Pomegranate does. Let's back up this room.
They're armored.
So, what does the Pomegranate do? The Pomegranate increases the level of your boons. The boons are the power-ups that we're getting from the gods. So, as you can see, the only boon that we have that we can upgrade at this time is Electric Shot, which is which is depressing. But, so, our cast damage is going from 60 to 84. That actually might allow me to
must have lots of these
justify
on
using
Olympus.
it. We're also at 50 HP because I hate myself. And also I don't think we've seen a single Centaur heart so far, which is interesting, because typically those are incredibly common compared to some of the other things. It feels common. That's why I don't use that special. It's bad. Oh god, traps. Ah, traps. As I noted before, if you're here for, you know, speedrunner level play, you are in the wrong place. I play video games to have fun, not to be good. Unless it's Dark Souls. then it's just pride. Okay. Club Steve. Okay, cool.
The underworld's power.
Centaur Heart. We're gonna grab the Centaur Heart because I don't want to die. I would like to beat Megara this run. We're gonna see though. I'm not. Sorry. Oh, that's right. I only have one caster. That's annoying.
More coming.
The traps will get you in this game. This episode has been a little banter light. For that, I think I apologize. I promise that the preceding episodes are going to be a little bit more talky. I'm just trying to get used to the whole talking to myself in the back room thing. Because usually, at least I've got Hakura on the line or something. I'm new to the YouTube game, kids. All right, Uncle Abby is far more used to doing streams and such with his friends. So this transition is it's a little jarring, but we're gonna get there, and I promise we're gonna have some good banter and some of that kind of stuff. But for now, let me ask you a question. How have you been? What's going on in your life? Let me tell you about what's going on in mine. Quarantine. It's a bitch. I mean, I think we all know that at this point. Hot takes from Abby. Quarantine's a bitch. Oh, thank you. What else is new? But no, it is. It's odd. Locking yourself in a dark room all day by yourself, no friends, not being able to go out, get a beer with the girls. It's tough. We are gonna go to Trident. I think I've talked about this a little bit. I'm a college student myself.
Great.
Okay. I studying East Asian history, so focused on Japan, China, a little bit of Korea. Of course, we don't really talk about Korea because for whatever reason nobody seems to like Korea. The damnedest thing. Okay, we gotta hold on. Time out. Banter's on pause. Banter's on pause. I don't want to make a fool of myself with that these motherfuckers. It's a bummer. Hold on. Banter will resume in a moment. I'll continue talking about East Asia. As I'm sure that's why all of you are here. To talk about East Asia. Right? I can't imagine any other reason you'd be joining.
This one was bound to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
Yes. Okay. We are gonna pick up... I like Curse of Ash. Great.
The War God's power.
Damned lost souls with nowhere left to turn congregate in deepest Tartarus, where they fuse together with the earth itself into odious forms which defy description.
They basically turn into big crystals.
Defy description, indeed. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, I am a student of East Asian history.
Skullomats.
So let's talk about some East Asian history, okay? I have a deep love of history, because for me, history is fundamentally storytelling, right? That's sort of what it is. And, I know a lot of people there, I don't like history. History's boring. And I never understood that. Maybe it's just because I was lucky and I had a good teacher. But it is...
Mine now.
I don't know. I've just always had an affinity
They got
for it
me.
and a certain love
No
for
way
it.
to patch up. Got to keep going. Give it up.
I think my favorite story from East Asian history involves... Oh god, what was it? What is my favorite story from East Asian history? Let's narrow that down a bit. Because if I just say East Asian history, then I have to think about China and I have to think about Japan. And that's just a lot, you know? Let's talk Kojiki, okay? So, for those of you who are unaware, the Kojiki. It is this collection of...
Cries of battle.
1 second.
Hear me on my authority.
Special Inflicts Doom, Blade Rift. Where can I put the Blade Rift? So, Kojiki is a collection of stories from
Let's see what's in here.
Japanese literature. And it tells the story of the creation of the world from the Shinto perspective. And it also acts as a the justification for the rule of the imperial family. So very basically, in the beginning, the world was primordial soup. Okay? And there were no spirits. Not yet, at least. And then all of a sudden there were spirits. And I've always been confused by this. Because I struggle to understand how something can come from nothing. But, you know, I'm not here to debate religion. At least not right now. Not without the Torah. And so these two spirits, Izanagi and Izanami, are brought forth from the primordial soup. And they are told by the big spirits, yo, go down, take this glaive, stir the primordial soup until there is earth. And so they stir the soup.
Power of the gods.
And from the drippings from the end of the halberd, there comes the islands of Japan. 1 second here. I need to make a decision. We're going to go with that. And so they make the islands of Japan by stirring the soup.
Oh, hello.
Ever stubborn, aren't you?
Oh, that's right.
Maybe
we have
my
boss now.
whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
We're gonna put that story time on hold because I would like to meet Sarah. Even though she was one of my favorite characters. Hey, cool. Okay, very cool. Much better this time. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, okay. Alright. That's enough of that shit. Hey! There we go! We beat her. Lovely feeling.
No problem.
Oh, son of a bitch.
The ancient blood.
Titan blood, love that. Titan blood, incidentally, is utilized to upgrade our weapons a little later on here. This is going swimmingly. I'm surprised we got past Megara here on our second try. I'm happy it happened, but I am surprised. I'm not gonna lie. So what I did there was I just grabbed a little something from the pool.
Long way from home.
Cyclops turkey. That's gonna be boosting our damage for the next 6 rolls. Okay. Into Astafel.
Now we're getting somewhere.
The once verdant plains of Asphodel are now engulfed in scintillating flame, having been flooded by the river Phlegethon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
And here we have our next level.
It's nice and warm out here, I'll give it that.
God, this game is gorgeous. I love it. So beautiful. Anyway, so let's get on to that next fight here. So yeah, the Furies. Let's talk about that, because I don't want to talk about PlayStation Mystery right now, because I remembered I'm doing this instead of my homework. So, yeah, Furies. So for those of you who did not pay attention when reading the Percy Jackson books, the Furies are sort of Hades' torturers, right? They punish the wicked in Tartarus. And as such, are a real pain in my ass. We will be meeting Megara's sisters a little bit later on. For now, though, it is just the main girl herself. This is Astafel. Asphodel, forgive me. My speaking words ain't too good sometimes. Now, I actually don't remember what Asphodel is. I believe, because Elysium, which we'll get to later, is sort of, it is the heaven of the underworld. I'm not 100% sure what Asphodel is off the top of my head. I'm going to do a little bit of research in between videos here and get you guys that information, because I'm sure, I know you care about that, surely.
And we're off.
And we'll be able to cut more into the Grecian myth as time goes on
Slam
here.
dancers.
Oh god. I believe it is sort of just, I think it is the Grecian purgatory, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that though, because I know Elysium's heaven, Tartarus is basically hell, Erebus is where demons go. I'm not 100% sure on Asphodel. And hey, let me know. So this is going to be a recurring series. I'm hoping to get videos out every day. We're going to see how that works out with my work schedule and everything. We're not going to go visit Sharon. We're just going to do more dark magic, because I have a feeling this is going to end soon, and I would like to have proper stuff. So that way, next run is a little bit easier. But yeah, let me know if you guys are actually interested in this or anything, or if there's anything else you guys would love to see me play. I've got a lot of things, a lot of games that I personally would love to do a playthrough of. But, you know, I was already playing Hades, and it was pointed out to me by Bakura, people love Hades more. So, it gives me an excuse to play a game that I love, and also provide you guys with some entertainment. And really, that's what this is all about. Until we get the monetization coming up, then I just become a sellout. So, for now, it's all about entertaining you guys. Oh, I fucking hate this fight.
That's a problem.
As you can see, I am just fucking excellent at this. Hold on. I was gonna record some more Dark Souls, but it occurred to me that watching someone shoot motherfuckers with magic and never actually getting close to anyone is boring as hell. So I figured something a little bit more visceral, something a little bit more that I'm not quite as good at and don't have quite as many hours in would be more entertaining for you guys. Because really, that's what's entertaining. It is the struggle, the conflict, you know. So
It's Uncle Number 2. It's got to be. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
It is the struggle of man that
Ahoy there,
brings
little
it.
Hades. You recognize your uncle, do you not? We've a lot of catching up to do, but first things first. You get yourself out of that dour underworld. As for me, I'll see if I can stir things up a bit to cover your advance.
How is that the pun and not catching up to do? I'm disappointed that they made stir things up the pun. I'm surprised. We're gonna grab hydraulic might. Maybe we should. No, hydraulic might. Grab.
Looks like I caught a big one. The power of the seas should be of help.
I was hoping we'd get the cast bonus, because the cast bonus from Poseidon is
Gorgons.
fantastic.
Surprise. What do we have here?
Grab some life effins. But yeah, no, it's ultimately this is about entertainment and about bringing content to you guys. So if there is anything you guys want to watch, anything you guys really want to see me play, let me know, because I'm kind of down for anything, except Fortnite. I will not play Fortnite. I don't like shooting, so. And if you want to talk about the struggle of man, making me play a shooter is fucking up there. Tell you what, we get to 100 subs, I will play Fortnite. But until then, I refuse. Is that what the kids are playing these days? Fortnite? Is that still cool? I don't even know. Okay. We'll grab the pomegranate. This is going incredibly well for the second run. No upgrades really yet. I'm honestly surprised. I was kind of expecting me to get my ass kicked harder than this.
Good enough to eat.
We'll grab some agony upgrade.
Got some zest.
Having traversed the flaming river Phlegethon to gain this vantage point, relentless Zagreus must now confront a foe of unimaginable savagery, who lies ahead, awaiting patiently its time to strike.
Way to spoil the surprise, old man. Hello? Oh, great.
Alright, folks, this is Bone Hydra. If things continue how they have been, I expect we'll beat the Bone Hydra. I might even die on Olympus, which will be, or not Olympus, PST, which will be exciting. We'll see though. Okay. As you can see, he's a Hydra, so he has friends. But yeah, I've been working with Akura. We're looking at a lot of different content for you guys. We're talking about maybe doing some For the King, which is a fantastic, again, roguelike game. Although that one's a bit more, not quite as frenetic as this. It's a very good game. It's procedurally generated like this. However, it's more in the line of things like something like Final Fantasy. You got that turn-based combat, you got exploration. We might even drag Rakan into that one. I'm not 100% sure what the plan is. Oh! Well, that's what I get for talking. Alright, folks. Well, that is going to do it for us today, I think. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to like and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, remember to hit that bell so you get notifications next time I bring in a new video. But until then, folks, I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.